Oh, here we go. Well, I'm just sat in the car waiting for the old grudge to go shopping. I was going to give you a catch up, but it's too late. She's here. I'll speak to you later. Yes.
Got rubbish bag to take.
Have we, darling?
It stinks of fish.
The back of my car smells of fish now, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, good. We're on our own again. So just a quick catch up then. You remember last time we went down to the beach with the Nirvana Paramotor. After I'd got a new harness for it, the double XL. I'd hung in it, got a reasonable hang angle. We got down to the beach, first pull to start it, and the starter motor just came into pieces. And I wasn't very happy about it, as you can imagine. Anyway, we then took the Paramotor apart. We kind of had to take the engine off the back. It's not a big job. We had a couple of tight nuts that were on bolts that are attached to rubber feet, which are always a little bit difficult to get off. You can't put any heat on them, and you're in danger of twisting the rubber off. But eventually we got all the mountings off, and I managed to get the pulley assembly off. This is the pulley mechanism. I don't know if you can see. It's come apart in there. And I can't see a way of getting into that to replace it with this part, if it's the same. That came with some spares that I bought when I bought the wrong prop. Nirvana Bliss. The joy of owning a Nirvana is the pleasure that it brings me to have to take it apart before I've even flown in it. It turns out that in the middle of the pulley assembly there's a broken plastic disc, and also there's a break in the plastic shroud that goes around the outside. It's broken in several places. Oh, grudge is back. I'll catch up with you again in a minute. You're back, sweetheart.
Yeah. It's that.
Broken. Going to try and get this apart without the springs flying everywhere. Wish me luck. Where was I? Just doing a bit of sunbathing. Yep, that's right. We were talking about my faulty Nirvana and the plastic piece that's broken and the plastic shroud. Well, it just so happens that I'd got a spare plastic shroud. It came with a load of parts that I bought. You remember when I bought my propeller, the first one that didn't fit? There was a load of instinct parts came with it. I purchased kind of a bundle. And there was a plastic shroud in there, but there wasn't one of these plastic discs. So I went online, and the disc from Nirvana wasn't bad. It was only a few euros. But I noticed that they sold a whole puller mechanism assembly all in one for, well, about 140 euros, something like that. So what I've done is I've bought the spare parts to actually fix the existing puller, but I've also ordered a new one as well. So the idea is when that comes, we'll put the new puller mechanism on the Paramotor, and then I'll rebuild the old one, and then I've got a spare. So that's the plan. So with the old Nirvana Instinct out of commission, we decided to focus on the trike again. And we decided to take the trike down to the mud flat. So here we are. So it's Tuesday that I talked about, and It's nil wind at the moment. It's a bit later in the day than I hoped. It's a bit warm, but I hope it's not too thermic. We'll give it a go. We're just looking for the wind direction. Sunny. Forgot my sunglasses. Now, we got ourselves into a little bit of bother, and I should know better, because I might be a novice when it comes to paramotoring, but I've got some flight experience. You probably don't know that. I've got about 200 hours on fixed-wing aeroplanes, Cessnas and Pipers and such like. I haven't flown for a while though in a fixed wing, but I do know a bit about air law, or I'm supposed to do. And it turns out that we turned up at the mudflat to fly. I had one attempt at flight, and I bottled the launch a little bit because the wing went to the left. Was worried about screwing up my beautiful Ozone Roadster into the propeller. It's probably a good job I did, because we were just setting up for second attempt, and the Spanish Environmental Agency turned up. Oh, here we go. Yeah.
Hola. ¿Habla español?
Yo solamente un poco.
Es que una actividad, o sea, decir, la actividad forbidden. Here.
Here is not possible this activity.
One, the mudflat that we were on is National Park, which was a surprise because it's actually listed on paramotor sites as a field of flight, and there's a few videos of people paramotoring from there.
Me ha puesto el máster del universo. No, voy a grabar a vosotros.
Tú sabes que va derecho. No puedes coger, un poco así. Giro.
But secondly, it seems that there's been a change in the airspace in the area, and I'm fairly sure there has, because there's a new airport being built here called Covera, and that's where all the commercial flights fly into. But they used to fly into San Javier, which is a military airbase, but it was joint military and civilian. But now the civilian operation has moved to a different airport. Now that's the one that screwed up the airport originally that we were going to fly from. But it also seems that since they've done that, now because San Javier is purely military, they've extended the Class D airspace all the way down along that coast. And I nearly flew into it. And it was by pure luck, I guess, or serendipity, that the environmental agency turned up that day, told me, one, it was national park, but secondly, that we can't fly in the airspace. So it just goes to show It's how easy it is to make a mistake, so I'll not make that mistake again. I think one of the problems I had is I'm a little bit old school, you see, so I learned to fly fixed wings when I was about 21 years old. And back then, we used to have NOTAMs that were pinned up on the notice board in the local airport, and we used charts to look for airport restrictions and look at the local air traffic zones, etc. Well, I just reverted back to what I knew best, and I kind of Googled online and found a free version of an air chart for the area. And it didn't show an extension of controlled air zone where we were flying. But it turns out there's a lot better resources out there. I found a few resources on the internet now that instantly show you where the control zones are. So I shan't be making that mistake again. You live and learn. Thankfully, I didn't get escorted out of the sky by one of the local Spanish military aircraft. We were then faced with a decision. What are we going to do? We've got this beautiful mud flat with laminar winds coming off the sea that's now in Class D airspace and national park. We were really upset about it because we were, 5 minutes away from getting the trike off the ground. So a bit of bad news then. We've been cleared off the field of flight. So the information from the internet's wrong. It was listed as Campo de Vuelo, field of flight, but the park rangers tell us otherwise. So we're broken-hearted. So we've come to cheer ourselves up by having tapas. So we went back online. I put a post up on the internet asking where there were airports in the area. Somebody gave me a resource on the internet that I had a look at, checked out that resource, and it came up with another airfield about 40, it was about 35, 40 kilometres away. So we drove down to that airport. But sadly, when we got there, it was just overgrown scrub. So we were really upset. But I put in some coordinates. The airfield was listed as coordinates. I put these coordinates into an app on my phone, went to the exact spot, and right there at the exact spot we found in the undergrowth some stones, and the stones spelled out the word Club Paramotor plus Ultra Murcia and a propeller underneath. So we knew that somebody used to fly from there. So we did a bit of Googling on the internet. We looked at YouTube. We saw some YouTube videos flying from the place that we'd arrived at. But then we found out that this particular paramotor club was now flying from a different field. And we found the field. So it's been calamity after calamity. So not only did I break my Nirvana, but as you've seen, the park rangers moved us on, saying that the place that we were flying from was National Park. What we've done is we've found this other place here. It's further away. It's about 45 kilometres, probably similar distance. If it takes us longer to get here, it's a little bit out in the sticks. This is the Paramotor and Ultralight, or Paramotor and Ultra Club in Murcia. There's a club here. So this belongs to a club, and we can join the club for a mere €14 a year. Is that what it is? Or was it 12? €12 a month. So I can afford €1 a month. And we're going to come here. So this is it. Check it out. Bit blowy today, so I'm going to come and meet him on Saturday. I've been texting the club owner, who's Spanish. He doesn't speak any English, and my Spanish is rubbish, but we're having a dialogue via WhatsApp, good old WhatsApp. And this is going to be it. It's a beautiful backdrop. Look at these mountains behind, eh? Maybe there's some free flying to be done here. I don't know whether that's used as a training hill in the background. That would be cool. We've moved on again, so it's a setback again, but we're still marching on. Saturday, we'll see you Saturday. We'll come and meet some new friends. This is where we're going to fly from. This is Club Paramotor and Ultra Murcia. Campo de Vuelo, field of flight. Looks like a new home. There's sheep here as well. Lots of sheep. I like lamb. So we're making progress. Now, that's really exciting because that now means we've got other paramotoring friends. We have people who are more experienced to give us a hand, and we've got some friends to socialise with and things. I do miss having some buddies to have a bit of a giggle with. So that's it. So Saturday is tomorrow, so we're off to have a look at the new Paramotor group of friends tomorrow, and I'll take the camera along and I'll show you what I see. So until then, bye for now. Thanks for watching. Thanks to all the subscribers. Don't forget, if you're liking these videos, please subscribe, please hit the bell icon, and I'll see you very, very soon. Take care. Bye for now.